White oak is everywhere. Kitchen cabinets, flooring, furniture, and now countertops. Searches for white oak kitchen are at an all-time high in 2026. But here's the thing. White oak countertops are different from traditional butcher block. They're lighter, brighter, more modern. And they come with their own set of pros and cons. Bringing a living material into the most hardworking zone of your house is a bold move. It invites questions about longevity, water, and the inevitable patina of life. In this video, we're looking at everything you need to know about white oak countertops. The trend, the maintenance, and whether it's worth the hype. Stick with me, and if you're thinking about jumping on the white oak bandwagon, you know what to do. Subscribe. And let's get into it. First, what makes white oak different from traditional butcher block? Traditional butcher block is usually maple. It's light, but it has a yellow or amber undertone. White oak is cooler. It has gray and beige undertones. It feels more Scandinavian, more modern, more calm. White oak also has prominent grain lines. That's part of its charm. The grain gives it texture and visual interest that maple doesn't have. Now, let's talk about the pros. White oak is warm. It brings natural texture into your kitchen in a way that stone never can. It's also surprisingly durable. White oak is a hardwood. It resists dents and scratches better than softwoods like pine. And here's something people love. White oak ages beautifully. Over time, it darkens slightly and develops a rich golden patina. It tells a story. Every scratch and watermark becomes part of its history. But of course, there are cons. White oak needs maintenance. Just like any wood countertop, it needs regular oiling, every 2 to 4 months. If you skip it, the wood dries out and stains. Water is also an issue. Standing water will leave dark rings. You need to wipe up spills immediately, especially around the sink. Some people love this character, others find it stressful. And then there's the cost. White oak is more expensive than traditional butcher block. Expect to pay $50 to $100 per square foot installed. That's similar to quartz, not cheap laminate. So how does white oak compare to traditional butcher block? Traditional butcher block, usually maple, is more affordable. $30 to $80 per square foot. It has a warmer, yellower tone. It's classic and familiar. White oak is cooler and more modern. It costs more, and it has more prominent grain. Choose maple if you want traditional warmth on a budget. Choose white oak if you want a modern Scandinavian look and don't mind paying extra. Now, where should you actually use white oak? Best use is on a kitchen island. An island gets less water exposure than perimeter counters. Plus, the island is where you'll really see and appreciate the wood grain. White oak also works beautifully on a coffee bar or a butler's pantry. Low water areas, where the wood can shine, where should you avoid white oak? Next to the sink. That area gets wet constantly. Even with perfect maintenance, water will eventually take its toll. Also avoid anywhere near the dishwasher. Steam from opening the dishwasher can damage the wood over time. So is this trend here to stay, or will it fade like honey oak? Here's the honest answer. White oak is different from the honey oak trend of the 90s. Honey oak was heavily orange and glossy. It was everywhere. Cabinets, trim, floors, all matching and all overwhelming. White oak is softer, cooler, and more subtle. It's being used as an accent, not as a full-on assault. Designers believe this trend has more staying power because it's more restrained. But if you're worried about resale value, stick with quartz or granite. Wood is always a personal choice, not a universal sell. 2 bonus tips before you buy white oak countertops. 1. Choose the right finish. Oil-based finishes bring out the warmth and grain. Water-based finishes keep the wood lighter and more natural looking. Get samples of both and see which you prefer. 2. Test your water. White oak can react with iron and water, causing black stains. If you have well water or old pipes, test a sample piece first. Let water sit on it for a few days. If it stains, you'll need a different finish or a different material. And one more thing, get a sample before you commit. White oak varies a lot. Some boards are light and cool, others are warmer, with more amber undertones. See the actual wood that will become your countertop before you pay for it. White oak is beautiful. It's warm, it's modern, but it's work. Make sure you're ready for that work before you commit. Would you try white oak countertops? Or is wood in the kitchen too much maintenance for you? Tell me in the comments. Subscribe if you want more kitchen countertop trends. I'll see you in the next video.